Thinking about taking the CFA exams but wondering if it's worth it financially? In this video, we'll break down the potential earnings after completing CFA Level 1, Level 2, and achieving full charterholder status. Whether you're just getting started or already deep into your exam prep, you'll get a clear picture of what kind of salary you can expect at each stage. And stick around until the end, where I'll share a bonus tip and a few practical steps you can take to maximize your CFA return on investment, even before completing all three levels. But first, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss valuable career insights. All right, let's dive in. Let's start with CFA Level 1. If you've passed Level 1, that's a strong signal to employers that you're serious about a career in finance. But in terms of salary, you'll want to keep your expectations grounded. Level 1 alone won't unlock the big paychecks just yet. At this stage, most candidates secure entry-level roles, such as research assistant, junior analyst, or finance intern. Based on data from sources like Glassdoor and PayScale, salaries typically range from $45,000 to $70,000 per year, depending on your location, background, and whether you have relevant experience. Now, does passing Level 1 lead to a raise? In many cases, yes. According to a Kaplan-Schwesser study, professionals working in finance who passed their most recent CFA exam reported an average salary increase of approximately 15% compared to the previous year. That's not a game changer, but it is a solid step in the right direction. If you're at this stage, think beyond the exam. Combine it with technical tools like Excel, Power BI, or financial modeling, and start looking for real-world opportunities to apply what you're learning. That's where real value kicks in. All right. Now let's talk about CFA Level 2. Once you've cleared Level 2, circumstances start to shift. This level is known for being one of the toughest, and passing it indicates that you're not just interested in finance, you're committed, and you've got the analytical skills to back it up. At this stage, many candidates move into mid-level roles, such as Financial Analyst, Fund Accountant, Investment Analyst, or Junior Portfolio Associate. Salaries for these positions typically range from $60,000 to $85,000. Though this can vary based on location, experience, and the specific employer. Importantly, passing Level 2 can lead to a notable increase in compensation. According to recent data, candidates who passed CFA Level 2 experienced an average salary increase of 39% compared to Level 1 candidates. This suggests that employers highly value the advanced knowledge and analytical skills that come with progressing through the CFA program. Still, passing Level 2 doesn't guarantee a promotion on its own. You'll want to pair it with real-world experience, strong communication skills, and ideally, progress toward building your network in the industry. Bottom line, Level 2 opens bigger doors, but you still have to walk through them. Now, let's move on to CFA Level 3 and full charterholder status, the finish line. Once you pass Level 3 and become a CFA charterholder, you've entered a completely different tier in the finance world. You've proven deep expertise in portfolio management, ethics, and investment analysis, and employers recognize that. Typical roles at this stage include portfolio manager, senior equity analyst, investment strategist, and such leadership positions as director. According to the CFA Institute's compensation report, the median total compensation for CFA charterholders globally is approximately $123,000. With upper ranges exceeding $180,000, especially in major financial hubs like New York, London, or Hong Kong. But here's where it gets even more interesting. CFA charterholders earn, on average, 53% more than their non-charterholder peers working in similar roles. That's a significant payoff, and a strong argument for sticking with the program all the way through. Of course, salary still depends on your years of experience, region, and the type of firm you work for. Asset management, investment banking, and consulting typically pay more than corporate finance. Overall, the CFA charter paves the way for more advanced and better-paying career opportunities. And remember, the designation doesn't just help you get the job. It can help you lead the team, influence decisions, and build a long-term global finance career. So, is the CFA worth it? If you're measuring solely by salary, the numbers speak for themselves. Around a 15% raise after passing Level 1, a 39% after Level 2, and a 53% jump as a full charterholder. But beyond the paycheck, the CFA charter offers lasting value, global recognition, greater career flexibility, a respected reputation across industries, and the discipline required to complete all 3 levels, a distinction in itself. So, yes, it's a serious investment, but for many professionals, it's a game changer. Now, before we wrap up, there's something most candidates overlook. You don't have to wait until level 3 to start seeing a return on your CFA investment. To make the most of your CFA journey, start incorporating these activities alongside your exam prep. Network early. Connect with charter holders, attend CFA Society events, and engage on LinkedIn. Gain hands-on experience. Internships, whether part-time or freelance, can significantly boost your learning curve. Showcase your skills. Start a blog, post market insights, or share financial models online to build visibility. Sharpen your toolkit. Combine CFA knowledge with tools like Excel, Power BI, or Python to stand out in interviews. These small steps add up, turning the CFA program into more than just a credential. They help shape a stronger, more impactful career. So, what's the takeaway? The CFA program is more than a qualification. It's a career accelerator. And while the salary gains are real, the intangible benefits, credibility, confidence, and opportunity are just as powerful. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Which level are you currently on, and what kind of role or salary are you aiming for? Drop it in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more career-focused finance content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.